Hi everyone, welcome to another Singing Chef video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful, authentic Chinese beef chow mein from scratch using all fresh ingredients. Before we get into it, please make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more of my upcoming videos. Let's get on with it. Let's cook.
Hey up YouTubers, welcome to another Singing Chef video. Today I'm going to show you how to make a classic takeaway Chinese chow mein, Chinese beef chow mein actually, using really simple ingredients. We've got some sort of sliced julienned carrots and some spring onions or scallions depending on where in the world you are. We've got some normal egg noodles that have already been blanched and left to cool. We've got some bean sprouts there. We've got our beef, which we need to do a little quick marinade, and I'll get to that point in just a few minutes. We've got some normal white onion, just sliced. And over here, we have got our flavourings for our chow mein. We've got some dark soy sauce here to the left. We've got some oyster sauce there in the middle. We've got some light soy sauce there on the right. We've got some sesame oil. And we've got some, these are optional by the way, these two. We've got some chili flakes because I like a little bit of heat. You don't have to use it, but you kind of want it in there because it's, well, you know, Chinese chow mein, of course. And we're using a little bit of MSG. Yes, big bad MSG has been mentioned today. But don't get all funny with me because bear with me, listen to what I've got to say. It's not that bad, all right? It's not as bad as it's made out to be. We're not going to be using an abundance of it. We're going to be using literally a pinch of this stuff. And all it does is just give your dish a really lovely umami sort of Moorish flavour. I can't describe it, but it just makes everything just so much better. All right. So I highly recommend if you're going to be doing a little bit of Chinese cooking anytime soon, nick down to your local Asian stores and grab yourself a little packet of this stuff because it really does make all the difference. And it will give you that classic takeaway umami flavour, okay? That is basically what people don't get when they do Chinese cooking at home. They're like, why can't I never get that flavour from the takeaway? That is the stuff there. That is your game changer, all right? That is what will give you that takeaway experience every single time, I promise you. The other important thing, of course, I just will quickly mention before we get on with the dish, is I'm using proper Chinese branded soy sauces here and oyster sauce. These are from my local Asian store. Now, if you've got one nearby to where you live, wherever you are in the world, there's normally an Asian store not too far from where you live. Get yourself in there, right, and have a little look around because there is some weird and wonderful stuff, but there is, you know, an array, like literally, there can be sometimes hundreds of different branded soy sauces. But go to your Asian store and just pick yourself up a few bottles from your Asian store because I can promise you they are way better than anything you're likely to get in the supermarket. They come in bigger bottles as well, so you get a little bit more for your buck. And they just have that flavour that you cannot get in a supermarket, all right? These are proper imported sauces. So get yourself down to your local Asian store and check them out and have a little look around. There is some, you know, different weird and wonderful things. And speaking of that, we are going to be doing a few dishes which use a few of these weird and wonderful things, but we'll get to that in another video. But let's get on with the dish. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't done so already and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. So let's get on with this dish. We're going to be doing Chinese beef chow mein with me, the Singing Chef. Let's get on with it. Let's cook. Right, so before we get cooking, we're just going to quickly, we've got our beef here, we're just going to do a little quick marinade for this, which will only take about 10-15 minutes, okay? But I do highly recommend you do it because it just gives your beef just a little bit more of a flavour when we start wok frying, okay? So into this beef, we're going to go about a teaspoon of dark soy sauce, okay? That's just for the colour, okay? We don't use that really for anything other than the colour. It has got a little bit of flavour, a little bit of richness to it. We've got our light soy sauce, which I've decided just to spray myself with. We're going to go about a tablespoon, okay, of light soy sauce. And then we're just going to put just a little bit of sesame oil in as well, okay. And that is pretty much it. So all you want to do is just give that a little stir, a little mix round. Okay, just get that beef coated in the soy sauce and the sesame oil. So all we need to do is just leave that to marinate just for a few minutes, all right? No need to make a palaver out of it. So we'll come back to that in about 15 minutes and we can get cooking. So while our wok is heating up, I just thought I'd take the time to quickly make our chow mein sauce. And it's simply a mixture of these ingredients here, which we went through earlier. It is 1 teaspoon of the dark soy sauce. It's a tablespoon of the oyster sauce. It's a tablespoon of the light soy sauce. And it's literally half a teaspoon of the sesame oil, okay? Now, put them into a bowl. Add about 2 or 3 tablespoons of cold water and just put a little pinch of cornstarch, okay? Because all that will do is help thicken the sauce when we add it to our noodles in a little while, okay? So that's all it is. All of the ingredients and measurements will be in the description box below this video. So don't be too worried if you've missed any steps. Everything will be listed below, all right? So we're now going to go over to our wok and we're going to get cooking this beautiful chow mein. Right, so first things first, we've got our wok on a nice high heat here. We need to get about a tablespoon of vegetable oil in our wok, and we want to get our onion on the go. Right, so our onion's been sautéing now for about 2.5 minutes. We don't want to get too much colour on the onion just yet because it's going to go back into the wok in a moment, but for the time being we're going to remove the onion from the wok, like so. And we're just going to get a quick sear on our beef. Goes in. Nice and hot, keep the wok nice and hot, really important. Right, so our beef has had about 3 minutes, this sort of stir frying. That can be removed from the heat as well. And we're just going to give our wok a quick clean. So our wok's just been very quickly cleaned, rinsed and put straight back onto the heat again. So this is where we bring the dish all together now. We literally, just another tablespoon of vegetable oil goes in. We then want to add our noodles, which I've combined with the carrot and the bean sprouts, so they can go in to our hot oil. Good stir around. So that's been stir frying now for about 2.5 minutes. We're then going to add our onion, which we cooked a moment ago. We're then going to add our beef back in. And then last but not least, we can add our spring onions or scallions. We then want to add our little pinch of chili flakes, completely optional, but I quite like a little bit of heat in there. We want our MSG, little pinch. Get everything combined, then you just want to add your chow mein sauce. Again, all the ingredients, measurements are in the description box below this video. And we just want to give that a final stir around. Starting to look a little bit like something you'd get from a takeaway now. Certainly will taste like it, but better. You're using fresh ingredients. You know, just give it a little toss. If you've got good tossing actions, and I think we're just about ready to serve. And there you have it, guys. My beef chow mein, absolutely awesome, absolutely delicious, better than anything you'll get from a takeaway, and you've made it at home, and it will cost you way cheaper as well. Okay, I've just finished that off with a few scatterings of sesame seeds, just to give it a beautiful sort of fragrant finish. Absolutely gorgeous. Try it yourself at home, folks. You saw it here on the Singing Chef channel, Chinese beef chow mein. If you've liked today's video, please hit the subscribe button and please hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more of my upcoming videos.